topic, reduction of a quadratic form to canonical form by using the following three methods. First one is diagonalization method. Second one is orthogonalization method. Third one is Lagrange's reduction method. By using these three methods to reduce the given quadratic form into a canonical form. From this canonical form, we find rank, index, and signature and the nature of the given quadratic form also. First, to discuss diagonalization method. What is the working rule to reduce the given quadratic form into canonical form by using diagonalization method? First, let Q is equal to X transpose AX be a given quadratic form in three variables. Now to reduce this quadratic form Q in three variables into a canonical form by using the following steps. Step 1. First, to find the symmetric matrix of a given quadratic form Q. Next, go to step 2. In step 2, we write A is equal to I3 into A into I3. Here, the given quadratic form has the three variables. So, we take the third order identity matrix, where I3 is an identity matrix of order 3. Next, we will go to the step 3. To reduce the above equation in step 2 to the form of D is equal to P transpose AP by using elementary row and column operations. Here, the elementary row operations will be applying to the LHS matrix, capital A, and the prefactor identity matrix I3 of the RHS product. Similarly, the elementary column operations will be applying to the LHS matrix, capital A, and the post factor identity matrix I3 of the RHS product. In the fourth step, we get the canonical form. The canonical form of a given quadratic form Q is Y transpose dy. From this canonical form, we get the rank, index, signature, and nature of the quadratic form also. Let us take the quadratic form. Q is equal to X transpose AX be a given quadratic form in 3 variables. Here, to reduce this quadratic form into canonical form by using the following steps. Step 1. First, to find the symmetric matrix capital A corresponding to this quadratic form Q. First, to find the symmetric matrix capital A of order 3 of the given quadratic form Q. In step 2, we write A is equal to I3 into A into I3. Here I3 is the third order identity matrix. Next, in step 3, to reduce the above equation in step 2, we reduce this equation into the form of D is equal to P transpose into A into P. Here D is the diagonal matrix. This I3 is called the prefactor identity matrix of this RHS product, and this I3 is the post factor identity matrix of this RHS product. Okay, in step 3, to reduce the above equation in step 2 to the form of D is equal to P transpose into A into P. To reduce this form by using elementary row and column operations. Here we use elementary row operations to these two matrices only, and elementary column operations will be applying to these two matrices only. That is, elementary row operations will be applying to the LHS matrix capital A and the prefactor identity matrix of this RHS product, and the elementary column operations will be applied to the LHS matrix capital A and the post factor identity matrix I3 of this RHS product. So in the last step, we get the canonical form of the given quadratic form, that is Y transpose into dy, where Y is equal to variable matrix Y1, Y2, Y3. Now I am taking one problem. Now the problem is reduce the quadratic form 2x square plus 2y square plus 2z square minus 2xy minus 2yz plus 2zx into a canonical form or a sum of squares form by using diagonalization method. Hence find the rank, index, signature, and nature of the quadratic form. The solution is, first we take the given quadratic form as Q. Let the given quadratic form is Q is equal to 2x square plus 2y square plus 2z square minus 2xy minus 2yz plus 2zx. To reduce this quadratic form into a canonical form by using diagonalization method. The working rule for the diagonalization method is, first to find the real symmetric matrix of this quadratic form. Now consider the following multiplication table with the variables given in Q. In this table here, we write the coefficient of x square, that is 2. Here we write 1 by 2 into coefficient of xy, that is 1 by 2 into minus 2 minus 1, it is also minus 1. Next here we write the 1 by 2 into coefficient of xz, that is 2. So 1 by 2 into 2, 1. Here also we write 1. Next here we write the coefficient of y into y square, that is 2. Here we write 1 by 2 into coefficient of yz is minus 2, 1 by 2 into minus 2, minus 1. It is also the coefficient of yz, so 1 by 2 into the coefficient of yz, that is minus 1. Here we write the coefficient of z square, that is 2. Therefore, the real symmetric matrix of order 3 is A is equal to 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2. In step 2, we write A is equal to I3 into A into I3. That is A is 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 equal to, here I3 is the third order identity matrix, that is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. A is fixed up to last, and I3 is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Here, to reduce this LHS matrix into a diagonal matrix. Here, to reduce this LHS matrix into a diagonal matrix, that is, it can be reduced to the form of B is equal to E transpose into A into P by using elementary row and column operations. First, to reduce these two elements to 0 using this element to 2 in R1. So we use the row operation in place of R2 minus 1. So it is 2R2 plus R1. 2R2, 2 into minus 1. So minus 2 plus 2, so it is 0. And in place of R3, we take 2R3 minus R1. These two row operations will be applying to this LHS matrix and this prefactor identity matrix. So it is equivalent to, first row is as usual 2 minus 1 1. In the second row we write 2R2 plus R1. 2R2 2 into minus 1 minus 2 plus 2, so it is 0. 2R2 2 into 2 4 plus R1 minus 1 4 plus minus 1, so 4 minus 1 it is 3. 2 into minus 1, so minus 2 plus 1, so it is minus 1. Next, in the third row, 2 we write 2R3 minus R1. So 2R3, 2 into 1 2 minus 2, so it is 0. Next, 2R3 2 into minus 1 minus 2 plus 1, so it is minus 1. So 2 into 2 4 minus 1 4 minus 1, it is 3. So same row operations will be applying to this three-factor identity matrix of this RHS product. Now the first row is as usual 1 0 0. In the second row we write 2R2 plus R1. 2R2 2 into 0 2 plus 1. So it is 1 2 into 1 2 plus 0, it is 2, and it is 0. So next, in the third row we write 2R3 minus R1, 2R3 minus R1, 0 minus 1, so it is minus 1, 0 minus 0, it is 0, 2R3 2 minus 0, it is 2, into this post factor identity matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Next, to reduce these two values are to be 0 by using this element to 2 in C1. Here we are applying elementary column operations to reduce these two values are 0 by using this element to 2 in C1. In C2 we apply 2C2 plus C1. In C3 we take 2C2 minus 2C3 minus C1. So these elementary column operations will be applying to this LHS matrix and this post factor identity matrix. So it is equivalent to, now the first column is as usual 2 0 0. In the second column we write 2C2 plus C1, 2 into minus 1 minus 2 plus 2, so it is 0. So 2 into 3, 6 plus 0, it is 6. Minus 2 plus 0, it is minus 2. Next, in C3, 2C3 minus C1. So 2 into 2, 2 minus 2, it is 0. So minus 2, 2 into 3, 6. So this left identity matrix is fixed, since here we are taking column operations into the first column is as usual. In the second column we write 2C2 plus C1. 2C2 plus C1. 2 into 0 plus 1, so it is 1. So 2, 0. In C3, 2C3 minus C1. So it is minus 1. These two values, so 0. So resultant value is 0. So 2C3, so it is 2. Next, to reduce this element to be 0 by using this element 6 in R2. Here we use element row operation. So element row operations will be applying to these two matrices. In place of R3, we use 3R3 plus R2. So 3R3 is 3 into minus 2 plus R2 is 6. So minus 6 plus 6, so it is 0. Here it is the operation to reduce these elements to be 0 using 6. This row operation will be applying to this LHS matrix and this left identity matrix. This is left identity or prefactor. This is the right identity matrix or a post factor identity matrix. So it is equivalent to first two rows are as usual. First two rows are as usual. 2 0 0 0 6 minus 2. In the third row we write 3R3 plus R2 0 0. 3R3 18 minus 2, it is 16. This is equal to first two row is 1 0 0 and second row is 1 2 0. In the third row we write 3R3 plus R2. So minus 3 plus 1, so it is minus 2. So 0 plus 2, it is 2. So 6 plus 0, it is 6 into A into the post factor is fixed, since we are using row operations. Next, to reduce this element minus 2 to be 0 by using the element 6 in C2. Here we use column operations. So the column operations will be applying to this matrix and this post factor matrix. This LHS matrix and this post factor matrix. So we use the column operation. C3, in place of C3, we use 3C3 plus C2. So it is equivalent to first two columns are as usual. In the third column, we write 0 0 minus 6 plus 6 0. 3 into 16 is 48. This is equal to the prefactor matrix is fixed, since here we are using the elementary column operations. So in this post factor matrix, the first two columns are as usual. In the second column, we write 3C3 plus C2. 3C3 plus C2. So minus 3 plus 1, it is minus 2. Next, 3C3 plus 2. 0 plus 2, it is 2. Next, it is 6. So it is of the form D is equal to P transpose into A into P, where P is equal to 1 1 minus 2 0 2 2 0 0 6 and D equal to 2 0 0 0 6 0 0 0 48. So and this D is called the diagonal matrix and here P is called the non-singular matrix. So it is P and this transposition is P transpose. So 1 1 minus 2, it is 1 1 minus 2. 0 2 2 0 2 2. 0 0 6, third column, third row is 0 0 6, third column is 0 0 6. So it is P, then it is this transposition. Therefore, after getting D, we get the canonical form. Therefore, the canonical form are a sum of square form of a given quadratic form Q is Y transpose into D into Y, where Y is a variable matrix with the three variables y1, y2, y3. So that is Y transpose is row matrix y1, y2, y3 into D, the diagonal matrix, and it is 2 0 0 0 6 0 0 0 48 into the variable matrix y is y1, y2, y3. To multiply these three matrices, we get that 2y1 square plus 6y2 square plus 48y3 square. In this diagonal matrix, only diagonal elements are there. So this is the required canonical form of the given quadratic form Q. In this canonical form, this contains only square terms. That is, it is the canonical form of a given quadratic form Q. From this canonical form, we are getting the rank, index, signature, and the nature of the quadratic form also. Now, the rank of a quadratic form is, therefore small r equal to rank of a given quadratic form Q. This equal to the number of non-zero terms in the canonical form. So here there are three non-zero terms. So the rank of a quadratic form is 3, and P is the index of a given quadratic form Q. Index of a quadratic form means that the number of positive terms in the canonical form of a given quadratic form. Here all these three terms are positive, therefore P is 3, and N is equal to the number of variables in Q. This is equal to 3, and S is equal to signature of a given quadratic form. The signature of a quadratic form is the difference between the number of positive terms and number of negative terms in the canonical form of a given quadratic form. Here there are three positive terms and the negative terms are 0, 3 minus 0, that is 3. So it is the signature of a given quadratic form. Next, the nature of the quadratic form is, from the rank, index, and the number of variables, we observe that R is equal to N and P is equal to R. This means that the given quadratic form Q is a positive definite. Is a positive definite. Small r equal to rank of a given quadratic form Q3, P is equal to index of Q, that is 3, S is equal to signature of Q, that is the difference between positive and negative terms in the canonical form, that is 3 minus 0, 3, and N is the number of variables in Q. Next, the nature of the quadratic form is, from the rank, index, and the number of variables, we observe that R equal to N and P is equal to R. So this means that the given quadratic form Q is a positive definite.